How y'all doing, man? It's a beautiful day out here. Wanted to come with y'all with a little message. Sorry about the wind. I know it can be kind of loud. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Today, I wanted to talk about the overconsumption of the internet. So, I believe overconsumption of social media and the internet in general is causing people to attach to ideas that aren't their own, myself included. We oftentimes may not understand why we like or dislike certain things that we see, from politics to cars or even foods or snacks. People tend to let the internet decide for them by seeing the view count, the dislike or like ratio, without really giving a second thought to what might be true to them, without the interference of positive or negative comments. I believe you need space and time to see what's really meaningful to you. How to stop it. The best possible way to change how you may perceive or believe in certain things is to put the phone down, bro, and to find something else to do. Once you start to see how things differ from online and in person, you'll understand that life isn't as bad or it's just mental. When you speak to someone face to face, they probably won't spew hate comments at you for liking pizza or liking Harry Potter. It's really only online where you'll probably receive death threats for maybe liking yo-yos or, I don't know, trash cans. It's only on the internet where you might find people hating on you or giving you death threats because maybe you like chicken. Like, people will say stupid stuff all the time just because they feel like there's no consequences. But obviously, in real life, if you gave somebody a death threat, it's probably not going to end well for you, bruh. So, what to look for? An easy way to stay off the net is to hang out with friends. Find a side hustle, maybe DoorDash, or no, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know many side hustles, but I know DoorDash is one that I've done, and I feel like that can take up a couple hours of your time. That way, you're not on your phone. You can read, draw, and write. Go to the gym. I mean, that's probably gonna take at least an hour, maybe 2 hours. Like, take some time away from that. Hell, even video games would be better than scrolling. At least you're having fun while doing that. I mean, you might be getting mad, but I'd be getting mad playing Rocket League. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I still play it, but I mean, it's fun sometimes, but most of the time, I'm probably gonna get mad. But in my opinion, I think scrolling is way worse because obviously, depending on what you're seeing, but on the internet, like for example, let's say you're seeing something about maybe death, right? Like, maybe someone in your community, or maybe someone of your ethnicity has died, and maybe there's a riot or something about it, and all it's gonna do is incite anger in you, and not only anger, but it can also instill fear and just feelings and emotions that you probably wouldn't regularly be feeling. Not that those things aren't important, but I don't think that they should be pushed in that way. Another example of how the internet can change our perception is Spotify. It shows you how many plays a song has, or how many monthly listeners an artist has. And I believe it takes away the curiosity of wanting to maybe dig deeper into an artist or maybe dig deeper into a song. Like, you might go on Spotify and you might just see cool artwork, but then you go to their page and they got like 1,000 monthly listeners, and you might just be like, nah, I don't want to listen to them. Like, they're not a big artist. Why would I want to do that? You know, I feel like, now this is not true for everybody, but I think that it's definitely something that's possible to happen to some people. They might think that way and be like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna listen to him. Or they might listen to certain artists just because they got 100 monthly million listeners. Like, it's a spectrum, but it's very possible. You need to be able to formulate your own opinions on pretty much any topic that might be important to you. And you got to really dig deep and find out, okay, why is it that I like this thing? Do I like this thing because other people like it? Or do I really like this thing because I really dig it? Like, without the attachment of seeing it online, like, I like this thing. Not let blogs, tweets, or videos with bad takes determine what you may be doing is right or wrong. Overconsumption of the net can also lead to anxiety, and you can find yourself in a place where you believe it isn't worth it to keep going forward anymore. It happened to me. I dug a little too deep into conspiracy theories, like on the daily. Like, I would spend hours and hours just looking at any and every conspiracy theory, and it can start to get in your head, like, especially, like, I would feel my head just running and running and running. Even after I turned the phone off, my head would be running and I wouldn't be able to sit still. I'd be like, no, I gotta get up. I can't. Like, the world is going crazy. Like, I can't do this. But that's one reason why I had to put the internet down. And when you go outside, I mean, yeah, sure, in reality, the world is low-key falling apart, but I mean, obviously, in your community, like, people are just living regular lives. People are at the grocery store. People are walking. People are laughing. People are talking. People are skating. Like, people will just live normal lives, and that's how it is. Like, on the internet is where where you can only really be consumed by just anything and everything that's negative. Like, I mean, that's what they want. Anger fuels people. That's how they keep you coming back for more and more and more. That's the fuel. They want you to be hating on something. They want you to be looking at this. They want you to be looking at other people's lives. Maybe you see somebody's post and they doing good, and you like, all right. Bro, there is a million reasons why being on the net is bad. And honestly, I will get into that a little bit. There is really an issue with, I don't believe that we should be able to see what other people are doing on a day-to-day basis. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to be on Snapchat every single day. I'd be posting about everything. Man, maybe I just got some McChickens. Maybe I just got my heart broken and I'm just about to post it on there. Like, but I don't think that's how it should be. I don't think we should be able to see other people like that. Because one, I mean, obviously, you have to find you and what you believe in, obviously, for yourself. And you can't let the perception of others, you can't let that make you feel like, oh, I'm less because they have a nice car or they look good. Why don't I look as good? Why don't I have this or that or all the other stuff? Like, you have to find that love and what you really want for yourself. And obviously, I mean, materialistic stuff don't matter, bruh. You can't take it with you when you die. It don't matter. But I mean, it makes it so much easier. I mean, obviously, in person, you'll see people with nice cars, right? But I mean, it just makes it worse when you're just consuming that on a daily basis, and then you go back to your life. Maybe you get off the internet, you go look at your life, and you're like, dang, I ain't got that car. I ain't got that girl. I ain't got this or that. Well, I mean, it's because you on the net, bro. If you hop off the net and you go and try to live life, maybe you'll find those things. But again, those things aren't even important. What you should be searching for is what's real to you. Those things are not real. Cars, clothes, all this extra stuff. I mean, girls are real, obviously. But, I mean, there's a time for that. You know what I mean? So, and speaking of girls, it can also affect relationships. Can turn you against your partner. Like, I'm sure you've seen videos. Hold on, the wind's going crazy. I'm sure you've seen videos of couples who look they got it all together, and you look at your relationships and you start asking yourself, like, how come my stuff don't look like that? Like, they going on trips to Paris. You know, he just bought her a Porsche. She just proposed to him, like, and you looking at that like, yo, what's up with my stuff? Like, how come my girl don't do that? How come my man don't do that? And it's a bunch of unnecessary things that we don't need to be seeing. In the past, when I was in a relationship, I had been caught up with TikTok, and TikTok is horrible. I had to delete that app so quickly, really, really bad. Like, I was just caught up, and I found myself looking at relationship advice, and I started to look at this stuff and be like, oh, so this is how my relationship is supposed to be, which is not true. Like, you can't just take anything that you see off the internet and be like, oh, yeah, nah, this is how it's meant to be. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. You need to figure out for yourself. You need to ask your partner, whoever you're with, like, yo, what's really important to us? Not what the internet thinks, not what Google thinks. It don't matter. You gotta find that out. But it's between y'all two. I mean, the last thing that I've really been seeing is like gender wars. I really don't know. Like, I will say this: there is an agenda. Like, they're pushing this stuff on purpose, bro. If you can't see it, bro, you're lost. You're too lost in the sauce. You need to get off that junk. Like, they're pushing this to you on purpose, bro. Like, they want you to be this way. They want us to be separated from each other. They don't want us to be coming together and be as one. That's the last thing they want. For example, I've seen posts where, women might be talking about, why won't men do this for women? Or, I mean, one big one is, like, maybe going 50-50 for a date. Like, I've seen that. And, I mean, obviously, where you open up the comments, and it's so many different opinions. And you look at it, and, like I said, you can find it hard to try to be like, oh, yeah, I believe in that, or I believe in this. I mean, obviously, I believe from just how you've grown up, maybe from your parents, how you've seen your parents or whatever, or maybe your friends, and that's how you can also gauge situations or have certain opinions on things. But the internet just makes it 10 times worse, because, again, you might look at a comment and they be like, oh, nah, I would never go 50-50. And you look at that comment, you're like, bro, what's up with y'all? Like, ain't nothing wrong with 50-50. And it can genuinely inspire, like, hate in you. You know what I mean? And then you might end up leaving a hate comment and saying some stuff that you shouldn't be saying, some stuff that don't mean anything. Like, that's just what they want. Or one thing that I've also seen is why men aren't approaching women. And that's one that I've tried to stay away from that. But that's one of the ones that kind of caught my eye. And, I mean, what I'll say with that is, I mean, bro, you gotta go outside. You cannot be looking at videos of dudes going out talking to girls. Like I've seen videos of dudes be like, yeah, I just went up and I approached 100 girls today. And then you in your bed, you like, dang, I can't do that. And you like, bruh, go try. Go talk to one girl. It ain't even gotta be a girl. Go talk to another human being, bruh. And it's just, it can make you feel a way that you shouldn't feel, and it can put you in a bad perspective, and that's just not how reality is. Like if you go outside, it's not gonna be the same as on the internet, bruh. People aren't gonna be like that. You could go to a girl and y'all could genuinely have a great conversation. Like it's not how the net makes it out to be. Like, I mean, yeah, in real life, you could go up to a girl and she really might be like, you're disgusting, please get away from me, or I'm calling the cops. That's real. Are the chances low? I don't know. I haven't talked to many girls like that, but I think they're low enough. Like I think mostly a girl's probably just gonna laugh and be like, "Ha, no, I'm okay. I have a boyfriend." Like they probably not gonna do you dirty like that. Some will, but you can't let that stop you though. You can't be afraid of that because you never know. You could be going outside. You genuinely might find your dream girl if you just went outside and stopped caring about what the internet thinks or what the internet might say about this or that. Like it's boof, bruh. Stop looking at them comments. Turn the phone off. Go outside. Get some sun. Be real.